just arrived at the trailhead for Mount Pleasant, and it's Monday morning. We're going to run up there and stay for the night and come back and make it a loop trail with the Coal Mountain Loop Trail for a total of, I don't know, 12 or 14 miles. It's mid-October. I probably passed 6 or 7 other cars in the parking lot already on a Monday morning. That wasn't unexpected given that it's the peak of leaf season here in Virginia, and it's really pretty. Pandemic, nobody's working, so it's not surprising that we're going to get out on the trail. All right, let's do it too. See ya. All right, we're going to leave the car here at the trailhead. There's one down that way, is one coming out, and this one is going up. So we're going to go to the left today and go up this way. It's just a big loop trail. This is one end of the loop, and the other end is the other end of the loop. And we're going to take our chances and go to the left. So 2.5 miles to the Mount Pleasant Trail and 3 to the summit. Let's get to walking. 'Well, we're a few minutes into the hike now. Not too bad, some uphills, but we're hiking. Some uphills, some downhills, some flat stuff, which is nice, and it's a whole new area that I'm not used to, so I've never been here before, which is great. That's our target in the background. We're going to be going over there to Mount Pleasant today, and it's certainly a pleasant day, and the trail's not too unfriendly. There's not many people out. I haven't seen anybody yet except for those in the parking lot. So we'll see what else is up here. It's all new territory. 3 miles. Hey, so I'm only about a mile into this hike. Not too bad. We went the other way. If you look at the map, it recommends sort of a counterclockwise direction of travel, and of course I went the other way. It's pretty friendly with just some little ups and downs. Not a big deal. We're starting to do the pull up the main mountain here up to Mount Pleasant though, but I hadn't intended on stopping this soon, but I saw this place and thought, wow, that's just so inviting, I'm gonna stop. Take my pack off, get a drink of water. I'm not in a hurry. It's nice to be hiking in a new area, someplace I've never been. Usually if you've seen my videos before, it's usually all around the Peaks of Otter, in that area, and maybe down in Grayson Highlands. But this is just someplace new. 2 great hikes all together, kind of 2 in 1. You can get a 2 for 1 hike. Alright, it's about 11:30. We reached the top of that mountain over there. It's not too bad. I don't think it's any worse than Narkening Hill or Flat Top. And this is what we get at the top. It's flattened out. And it's nice, easy walking. Nice view. Beautiful day. Saw a couple and their dog pass me. I'm just having a hiking dog. Okay, according to the sign, we've been 2.5 miles. And we're gonna go to the summit in 1.5 miles. Okay, there it's settled. there's Coal Mountain. That's where we're going tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow night's camp over there. Right that way. Oh, what a gorgeous day. So, after a little bit of hiking, we made it to the top. This is the westernmost peak at Mount Pleasant. And in the background back there, you can see the bald up at Coal Mountain. That's where we're going tomorrow. But it's just a spectacular fall day out here today. Really nice. I haven't decided where I'm going to camp yet either. It's going to be just up here right off the trail. So I can come out here and do some stargazing tonight. Or back down the trail where there's a water source. I don't know. Make it up as I go along. When we go over and see what the eastern side has to show for itself, and then we'll make a decision as to where we're going to spend the night. But I got the rest of the day to figure that out. I'm just going to enjoy the day. So I'm scrambling around in the woods behind where I'm camped at, and I noticed there's a little trail that comes down through the woods, and it leads to this overlook. Wow, this isn't on the map. It's just on the other side. When you go to the easternmost overlook, come back through the campsite, there's an obvious campsite there in the rhododendrons. Right through that, there's a little trail that leads back to this. It's the road less traveled of the trails that are up here. I didn't know about it. There it is. So I almost forgot to show you guys my camp. First night is right down from the eastern viewpoint on Mount Pleasant. This little hidden campsite here, it's got a fire pit and everything. I'm just using the standard camping system. The only thing different from the Grayson Highlands trip is this Cuban fiber tarp that I got from Hammock Gear. It's a little smaller, lighter weight. No chance of rain this weekend, so I'm good with that. But I did bring that Hammock Gear 0 degree underquilt and my Warbonnet 40 degree top quilt. Hey guys, it's been a great day. Hiked all the way up here and got here around 12:30. Set the camp up, found that little campsite back there and set up, and honestly just took a nap and got something to drink and just relaxed and spent some quiet time just sleeping and listening to podcasts and stuff. But it's about dinner time. I thought I'd come out here to the porch and take a look at the overlook here. It's all on sunset. So I'm gonna set up and do some dinner and watch the sunset. Join me, won't you? Perfect ending to another perfect day. It's not over yet, just sunset. So tonight's activities involve sitting and watching the sunset, making some tea, making some dinner, hanging out in this beautiful spot, and seeing what I can see. It's a great vantage point. I'm looking down into the valley. Even just all night I can do some stargazing, see if I can see some stuff in the sky, maybe some aliens that come out, you never know. Morning, Tuesday, and thought I'd come up to this backyard overlook to watch the sunrise. Today's Coal Mountain Day. gonna go back to camp and grab some food and get some hot beverages in me, and then I'm gonna head camp and head up toward Coal Mountain. It'll be another beautiful day. Okay, we're up and at it this morning. Got some breakfast. Had some breakfast and some hot chocolate this morning. Broke camp, and now we're heading down the mountain. So it's 12 o'clock, back at the parking area. Stopped and had a little bit for lunch, and now we're going back up to Coal Mountain. Here we go. Yeah, they have a little gazebo thing. I guess people get married up here. That's really nice. Wow. What a cool spot to get married. This is the first little meadow, really. Second actual major meadow. There was a smaller one before, but now this one's really nice. And it goes up to two more before we dip down. It goes up for two more, and then we'll dip back down to the AT shelter. It's just a gorgeous day. Look at college kids. This is the second of the three balds here, from what I can tell by the map. Right along the good old Appalachian Trail. I love being on parts of the trail I've never been on before. I find it hard to believe that I've lived in this area this long and I've never been here. Everybody else has. Beautiful. I'd love to come up here in the winter. Love to come up here in the winter time. Nice. I say that a lot. Because it is. So yeah, that over there is where I was at last night. Not pleasant. And then came down on that side, bounced up, and now I'm here. 360 degrees, all view. Another good reason to bring a tent. Tents get the best spots. Alright, so when you come off that peak at the top up there by that last meadow, you're just going to grab the AT and stay on it and come down the back side of the mountain, and it switches back down the side of the mountain, and it's a really even, low grade. Glad I was going down it though. But then we come to this. This is where we change. If you want to stay on the AT, go that way, but we don't. We're going back to Cow Camp Shelter and Hog Camp Gap, 3.5 miles. So here's where we make a left and we part ways with our old friend. Someday, maybe I'll be able to keep going. But now we're going to go down to the creek. Hopefully there's a creek where I can soak my feet. Ooh-wee. That feels good. Cold. Good. Cold. Can't feel my feet. Alright, so the plan was to stop at that second campsite after the shelter there and spend the night. But by the time I got there, it was still like, I don't know, 3 o'clock, and I was it's warm today, so I've been drinking a little more water than I thought I would. I was a little low on water, and I'm just being lazy. I think I'm just gonna head back. Really taking my time on this end of the trail, heading back toward the parking lot now on this Blue Blaze trail. But super nice. It's been really well maintained out here. Whoever is cutting it back is cutting this thing back really nice. I like that. Thank you. But since I am so early and I'm running low on water, I think I'm just going to head home and surprise Trisha for dinner tonight. I think I'm just going to head home and call it a day. This was a great hike. Highly recommend both of these hikes. This Blue Blaze trail coming off the back of Coal Mountain is just gorgeous, beautiful, but it's got some good steep sections on it, so be ready for that. But right now we're just going to head back to the parking lot and go get a drink, head home. It's been fun. So after all the hiking we've been doing over the last 2 days, typical Virginia hiking, typical Virginia landscape, typical Virginia everything, and then all of a sudden we're in Mirkwood. Alright guys, that was a 3-day trip turned into a 2-day trip. Whatever, the first night was great up on Mount Pleasant, and then the second day I just felt like walking. I wanted to keep going, and I didn't want to stop and camp, and I just didn't want to stop. And it's 4:30 now, so I did that whole trail in what, 4.5 hours, stopping a lot. I stopped to wash my feet, and I stopped to eat, and I stopped to just hang out for a while. So yeah, it's not that bad. There's some steep stuff. You know, be warned going in, it's not a cakewalk. There's some good stuff. I mean, there's some nice flat areas, but there's also some really steep stuff. But that's what you expect on a good hike. The really unexpected thing was that grove of old growth, more or less, pine trees. It was really short. It wasn't that big, but it was very atmospheric and had a whole different vibe from anywhere else on the whole trail. So I really enjoyed that little section. That was almost my favorite part. So now it's back on the road and back home, and I get to edit all this. But I'm sure I'll be out on the trail again soon, and I'll see you then. Thanks.